Om Shanti. This is the Avyakt Murli of 14th of December 1983, and the title is Godly Family, Most Elevated Family. Today, Bab Dada is looking at his elevated Brahmin family. The Brahmin family is such an elevated family. Do all of you know this very well? The first thing that Bab Dada did was to bring all of you in the lovely relationship of this family. He did not just give the knowledge that you are elevated souls, but he said, you elevated souls are my children. That is, he brought you into this lovely relationship of father and children. And after coming into this highest relationship, your pure relationship of brother and sister was created. Once this relationship of father and brother and sister was created, what was the result? It turned into the family of God. Did you ever even dream that in the corporeal form, you would become the direct children of God and claim his inheritance as an heir? Your highest fortune is to become the heir of God directly. Did you ever imagine before that the Father himself would come in the corporeal form and give you the experience of father and son, or all relationships? Did you ever imagine you would take direct sustenance from God himself in the corporeal form? You did not imagine this at all, did you? But you are experiencing it now, aren't you? You claimed the fortune of getting all that experience only when you become a member of this godly family. Why? Because you become the heirs of such an elevated family. You are being sustained by purity. You are swinging in the swing of alokik achievements. Don't you experience all that? Your family changed. The age changed. Your religion as well as acts all changed. Change of the age made you come from the world of sorrow into the world of happiness. From an ordinary soul, you turned into an elevated being. You remained in the quagmire for 63 births, and now you have turned into a lotus growing in the mud. To come into God's family means to draw a line of highest fortune for the future births. To come into God's family means to be away from attacks of Maya. God's children can never be attacked. The moment you came in God's family, your coffers of all achievements became full automatically forever. You become Master Almighty to such an extent that even nature becomes your servant and serves you, the children of God. Nature will accept you as the most elevated souls, and for many births will pay respect in the form of fanning you. Great souls are welcomed by giving regard to them in the form of fanning them. Even until today, all souls have great love for God's family. It is on the basis of that love that even today they keep on praising and worshiping them, deities. There is such a huge scripture giving the praise of the divine acts done by the family of God in the Bhagavad, which people relate and hear with great love. The teacher and the godly student life are remembered in the name of the Gita, which people hear and relate with great purity and respect. God's family is also remembered in the form of the sun and the moon and lucky stars in the sky, which people respect and even worship. Those who come in God's family claim his heart throne. Such a throne cannot be claimed by anyone else except those who belong to God's family. The specialty of God's family is that all those who become His children claim that throne. In no other royal family do all the children claim the throne of the Father, the King. But here, all God's children are heirs to this throne. Have you ever seen such an elevated and huge throne before in the whole Kalpa? How many times have you gone through the cycle? Did you ever witness such a throne on which all could sit? God's family alone is such a family in which all claim self-rule, all become kings. Bap Dada gives the tilak of self-rule to all the children at the same time of their birth itself. He does not give the tilak to become a subject, but the tilak to become a ruler. This is a special ceremony of giving the tilak to become a ruler. This is a special ceremony of giving the tilak called the coronation ceremony. Have all of you celebrated your coronation ceremony? Or do you have to celebrate it yet? What will you say? Have you already celebrated it? The sign of happiness, or the sign of fortune, or the sign of all obstacles removed, is in the form of a tilak. When someone goes for any difficult task, then what is done to make that task successful? The family members apply a tilak on that one's forehead and send him. All of you already have that tilak on you, haven't you? Don't you already possess the tilak as well as the crown and the throne? The crown of doing world benefit? The future crown and throne will be based on this crown and throne, as well as on the tilak that you claim now. This is the time to claim all treasures, the mines of achievement. If not now, then not in the future either. It is for this life. The praise is that the children of the bestower or the fortune maker have nothing lacking in their coffers. In the future, although you will get all achievements, there will be one thing lacking. You will not be able to have a meeting with the Father. Therefore, it is godly family that receives all achievements. You have come into such a family, haven't you? Don't you realize that you belong to the highest family? What will happen if the praise of this family begins to be sung? Many days and nights will be spent in doing it. Just see the Bhagats. When they start singing the praise of God, they spend so many days and nights in that. Even up to now, they keep on singing. Does this joy and intoxication remain in you always? Who am I? So, you always remember this riddle to be solved. Bap Dada hopes that you don't come into the state of remembrance and forgetfulness. You are freed from that state of mind, aren't you? To become Swadershan Chakradhari, that is, to have complete knowledge of the cycle, means to be freed from all other limited cycles. Haven't you become free from them? Aren't you all Swadershan Chakradhari? Or do you think that because you are still new, you do not know how to spin the cycle or handle the cycle? Aren't you the masters? The masters should know everything. Do you understand? Samaj? Who are you? Every day at Amrit Vela, be cautious of who am I, and then you will always be powerful. Acha? Bap Dada is looking at an unlimited family. The Father is giving love and remembrance, Yad Pyar, to His unlimited family. To all those who are always intoxicated with this highest family, to those who know the importance of God's family and are becoming great themselves, to those who are the treasure houses of all achievements, who are going to claim the highest kingdom, to such jewels of God's love, remembrance, and namaste. To Uncle and Auntie Steve and Betty Narayan, Bap Dada welcomes the serviceable children. The amount of seconds that you have been remembering Baba, that many times Bap Dada welcomes you by making you sit on his eyelashes. When Bap Dada sees those children who sing the praise of the only one Father, he also starts singing their praise. How many songs do you sing? Every day, every moment, you sing songs, don't you? When children sings the songs, what does Bap Dada do at that time? What does he do? What happens to the listeners when they see someone singing a very beautiful song? Even if they don't want to, they start dancing. When children sing songs of love, Bap Dada starts dancing in joy, doesn't he? What else does he have to do? To do service is also like dancing here and there. Then, at the time of doing service, what does your mind do? It dances, doesn't it? Therefore, to do service also means to dance. This is why Shankar's dance is very famous. They have not understood what type of dance it is. Bap Dada hopes that all of your tiredness is gone. You had a very long trip by car from Delhi. You have reached the Delhi capital, haven't you? You have reached here to establish your own kingdom. In your kingdom, you will not be traveling in this way. You will have more vimans to travel in compared to the vehicles the president has today. So, you are bringing forth your own kingdom, aren't you? Haven't you been planning since coming to Delhi? You are an engineer by profession, aren't you? Bap Dada hopes that new plans for your kingdom are coming into your intellect. Bap Dada looks at the specialty of the children. Don't you know which one it is? Right from your birth, you have received 3 tilaks from Baba. Which one? You already have the crown and throne, but you have 3 special tilaks. One is the tilak of your kingdom, rule. The second is that right from birth you have received the tilak of being a serviceable child. And the third is the tilak of love and cooperation towards the whole divine family. You received all of these 3 tilaks right from your birth, didn't you? Therefore, you are the possessor of the Murti tilak. Do you consider yourself to be always such a server? Acha, the garland of success is always around your neck. Om Shanti.